Welcome to Speedwell Travel. My name is Eve, and today I'm travelling from Glasgow Queen St up to Aviemore in the Scottish Highlands. Now, I was expecting the high-speed train Inter-7 City, and unfortunately we got this 170 class diesel multiple unit, and to put it like this, it had seen better days. The seats were pretty ripped up, the reclines were broken, some of the tray tables weren't able to be moved out of position because they'd rusted in, and generally some of the seats were falling apart. The stitching on the material covers had actually split. There's a charging point, but there's no USB or C, and just very, very dirty and rather smelly as well. Now, honestly, Scotrail, why was this train in service? You know I love you, and I use you all the time, but really, this was shocking, and this train should not be in service. It also turned out to be one of the hottest days of the year, and there was no air conditioning working in this carriage. I have to say, at some point during the journey, the toilet actually flooded over, and there was horrible stuff all over the floor, and the second toilet down in standard class was out of service. So again, why was this train actually in service? Have to say though, the customer service hosts were absolutely lovely. The train was delayed, but only by 20 minutes, so unfortunately not enough to get delay repay. As you can see, the weather was absolutely beautiful for this journey. The first stop into Stirling Station. I always rave about Stirling, so please do visit it if you do get a chance. It is a beautiful, small and compact city, and it has great historical places you can visit as well. And just departing the city. I don't know how bad it was for people in standard class, but I think at least they had air conditioning. As I said, it was a very uncomfortable journey. There were tourists with lots and lots of luggage, and these particular old trains didn't have luggage racks, so they had to put them on the floor in the aisle. There were people with dogs, and they were also travelling up to the Highlands, so the dogs were sleeping in the aisle, meaning that nobody could get in and out of their seats with that much ease or comfort or safety. If anything had happened to this train, I dread to think if it had to do a sudden break, that luggage would have all gone flying and could have created quite an emergency. So, really, really disappointed. A, not to get the Intercity 7 high-speed train, and B, really shocked at this really old diesel multiple unit being still operating. And now here we are just pulling into Perth. It is a beautiful station as well. Perth is a lovely small and compact city too, and again it is well worth visiting if you're in the area. Now this was filmed in May 2025, and Scotland has had around 25 days of quite hot sunny weather with no rain. God forbid that Scotland ever runs out of water, but you can see how low the natural river levels are. We're never normally able to see the rocks at the side of the rivers. It is quite shocking, but anyway, we are getting beautiful views of the Cairngorm Mountains, and this is us just heading up towards the Drummochter Pass, which is the highest rail pass in the UK. Again, the river just bends round at this point, and you will be able to see that the levels are really low, and we shouldn't really be able to see all these rocks and everything on the sides. Not exactly fast flowing. I also apologise for the reflections on this video. The blinds didn't work either, so wasn't able to screen out the sunshine. And just some beautiful highland scenery for you to watch. just as the trip was zipping by. So yeah, 20 minutes late into Aviemore. Goodness knows it was going to pick up any more delays as it moved on to Inverness. 3 carriages is too small for this type of journey in the summer months, with tourists and baggage and dogs and travellers just all trying to get a seat somewhere. Please, Scotrail, do not put this train on again in this service. It just is not suitable for this length of journey, nor is it comfortable enough. And we've just passed the Dromotor Pass sign. You can wind the video back if you want to take a look at that in closer detail, but I have done this in a different video if you want to watch that. So thank you very much for watching this video today. I just want to say thank you very much for being here. Please, if you wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel. It really does help it grow. Please also like, share and comment. I always do try and reply to your comments as soon as I see them, but please bear with me as I do get into my account every now and again rather than daily. Bye for now.